Well, Salem, you guys look great. I love this evening. Our ladies of Salem always look gorgeous, but our gentlemen, look at Mr. Sparkman. I've never seen him looking better than tonight. Haircut, yeah. Good evening and welcome to the 73rd Annual First Citizen Awards Banquet presented by Pioneer Trust Bank and Mountain West Center for Community Excellence. I am Alan Rasmussen, Vice President of Manufacturing at Will Scott Mobile Mini, and I am tremendously honored to serve as this year's Chamber Board President. This evening is about celebrating individuals who believe in Salem and have showcased their commitment to community throughout their careers. And it is through service, often quietly and behind the scenes, they connected with us, they inspired us, and their service has helped make Salem a remarkable place to live, work, and call home. We are thrilled to be hosting nearly 500 guests this evening. If you would, yeah. So if you would find the envelope on your table that has meal selections for each guest, and please place the graphic of your selected entree next to your plate. This will assist the team at Salem Convention Center in identifying the meal you selected. And then if you would also please set the table number stands down to prevent obstruction for anyone's view.
Just take those numbers and put them on the ground or something, and we'll have great views all night. Well, Alan, it is a pleasure to be up here with you. I am Tom Hoffert, CEO of the Salem Chamber, and I'm pleased to welcome you to our most inspiring night of each calendar year. At the Salem Chamber, we believe in helping businesses prosper so our entire community may thrive. And this organization understands leadership. From our dedicated board of directors team to our past presidents, and to now our philanthropic arm of the Salem Chamber, the McLaren Leadership Foundation, these volunteer leaders continually share their wisdom and guidance within our organization. The Salem Chamber is providing strategic advocacy for businesses of all sides and all different needs. Our organization provides aspirational workforce development programming in partnership with our education sector and future employers. And we remain laser focused on community-focused solutions. Alan, we are so excited for what will transpire this evening. You have led the Salem Chamber Board on a dynamic year. Alan, would you join me in asking our Salem Chamber Board of Directors team to please stand and be recognized by their peers in the audience? If you are a member of the Salem Chamber Board, please stand and give a wave. I can assure you that is a powerful group that absolutely love this community and believe in Salem. As individuals, you are each immensely talented at skills. As an engaged strategic board team, your efforts ensure economic stability and security for the employees across our region. Tonight, you will hear the names of our sponsors, companies that rally behind all that is good in our city. Two companies in particular, Mountain West Center for Community Excellence and Pioneer Trust Bank, are proudly tonight's title sponsors of this event. It is no coincidence that both of these companies have called Salem home for decades. And I quote, "Our business is real estate development. Our passion is changing lives for the better." Those are words spoken by Larry and Jason Tokarski at Mountain West Investment Corporation and Mountain West Community Excellence, Center for Community Excellence. You set an absolute ceiling for corporate engagement and leadership within the Salem business community. And I quote, "A commitment to great customer service and to the larger community as a whole. We are proud to be truly a community bank." The Compton family have served as leaders and caretakers to what is known today as Pioneer Trust Bank, a true Salem-born and raised banking partner. Randy and Mike Compton, CEO John Wilborn, fourth-generation bank president Brad Compton. New announcement in last March, congratulations to Brad. Dan McDowell and the entire Pioneer Trust Bank team since 1889, you've made Salem a financially stronger community. Tonight, all the guests in the room appreciate Mountain West Center for Community Excellence and Pioneer Trust Bank for allowing us to gather together to celebrate Salem's best examples of servant leadership, passion, and community spirit.
Well, since 1950, the Salem Chamber has honored those who exemplify servant leadership through the First Citizen Awards Banquet. Individuals are recognized in the categories of Outstanding Professional, Distinguished Service, and Salem's First Citizen. These are individuals who, through their business, volunteering, community stewardship, and philanthropic efforts, improve the lives of those in the community by serving others first. They do remarkably beautiful things to make our community a better place and serve as examples of what happens when ordinary people set out to accomplish extraordinary things.
Tonight will be both humbling as well as inspiring. Each year, a special group of individuals gather to orchestrate this remarkable evening of celebration. Our First Citizen Banquet Volunteer Committee will be noted on the big screens throughout this evening. As you would expect, our volunteers have an incredible leader at the helm. Past President Laura Dorn has led this strong and mighty team of leaders through the preparation and execution of this evening's affairs. To Laura and the committee, this event would not occur without your thoughtful, engaged leadership. May I ask the First Citizen Banquet Volunteer Committee members, in addition to Chairman Laura Dorn, to please stand and be recognized as a group.
Well, Tom, I can't help but notice that one of Salem Chamber's most musically skilled practitioners is applying a jazzy rhythm to this evening. We are thrilled to feature live music from the Manny Martinez Jazz Quartet tonight. This organization loves our deep history of partnering with leaders from within our small business community. Our co-MCs for this evening share many things in common. Both are past Outstanding Young Professional Award recipients. Both happen to be multi-generational family leaders within their respected companies. This evening, Alex Casebeer from Capital Auto Group and Rich Schultz from Cherry City Metals will serve as our co-MCs. So following dinner, our MCs will take the podium and walk us through a fantastic evening of recognition and celebration.
Now let's get things moving as we start our evening out. Please stand with me for a moment of reflection or prayer, and remain standing for the National Anthem. Tonight will be sung by Miss Jessica Peterson, the founding board secretary of the Be Black Foundation. Please bow your heads. We take this moment to pray or reflect, each in our own way, on our lives and on this moment. We were thankful for the meal before us, for the hands that prepared it, and for those who serve it. We are grateful for this day, for its blessings, its opportunities, and even its challenges. May we lend each other strength and guidance as fellow leaders within the Salem community. May we be deeply driven to give our best always, and to be so courageous to meet to the challenge we each face. Amen. Welcome, Jessica Peterson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, wow. Thank you, Jessica, for your performance. You are remarkably talented, and the Salem community is so proud of you and your upcoming journey back east. You can follow Jessica's travels and impactful work on Instagram and Facebook at Jessica Lynette Peterson. And that anthem really hit for me today. As recent world events that just happened today, we know that undoubtedly we have men and women that are activating as we sit here tonight to protect our freedoms. As I mentioned, the staff from the Salem Convention Center has already begun our dinner service this evening. So enjoy the exceptional wine at your table, courtesy of our friends at the Red Hawk Vineyard and Winery. I said I hated to break up the networking whatnot, so we're going to continue the program in approximately 30 minutes. There will likely be attendees just getting their first bites in their mouth when we return. We wish to thank you for your grace as we navigate a very packed evening. Enjoy your dinner and bon appetit.
Live from Salem, Oregon, it's the 73rd First Citizens Awards. With your hosts, Alex Casebeer and Rich Schultz. Starring outstanding young professional, Conrad Venti. Distinguished Service Award recipients, Kathy Gordon. And Barry Nelson. And 2023's First Citizen, Sam Skillern. Featuring musical guest, the Manny Martinez Jazz Quartet. Presented by Mountain West Center for Community Excellence and Pioneer Trust Bank. And now, please welcome your hosts, Alex Casebeer and Rich Schultz.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tremendous honor to be invited to host the 73rd annual Salem First Citizen Banquet, and to do so with my friend Rich and colleague is just a lot of fun. First of all, Jessica, oh my gosh, unbelievable. Thank you. What a treat that was. And to the rest of you, you look fabulous. From up here, everybody looks great. I can't wait to celebrate tonight with all of you.
Truly is a great night here for Salem. We're all gathered here in front of a crowd of about 500 people, supporters throughout this entire Salem community. Tonight, let's draw inspiration from others who are giving back to this community and making it a better place to live, work, and play.
The Salem Area Chamber of Commerce has long understood that our city is truly a special place, filled with thoughtful, committed, giving, and compassionate leaders. The Salem Chamber is a catalyst for business growth. The Salem Chamber is the premier convener of leaders and influencers, as many of you are in here this room tonight. And finally, the Salem Chamber is a champion for a thriving community. And tonight, the Chamber gathers to recognize 4 wonderful individuals who put our Salem community first, and I can't wait to hear from each of them. Each honoree this evening has dedicated a great portion of their time, talents, and treasure to improving the lives of residents and businesses within our community. Each is vastly different in their local impact, yet they all possess a number of common character traits. They're kind, they're engaging, they're humble, they're passionate, they're driven, they're committed, and they are believers in bigger things for Salem.
Now, we could not have this event tonight without the continued support of our sponsors, a number of whom have been with us year after year, showing their support for the men and women who are doing remarkable things here in Salem. We'd like again to recognize our 2 presenting sponsors for this evening. Will attendees from the Mountain West Center for Community Excellence and the Pioneer Trust Bank teams please stand and be recognized? These 2 companies are filled with leaders who understand why investing in Salem is good for business and for community. The Tokarski and Compton families believe in a healthy Salem and have been lasting companies who have supported a strong, resilient Salem community for decades.
Now, along with these 2 wonderful businesses, thank you very much, you 2. Will our gold sponsors please stand up as your name in red, because we couldn't do it without you guys either. Oregon Oncology Specialist and Dr. Bud Pierce. Portland General Electric, thank you. And Sawfeld Griggs PC. Thank you to all of our gold sponsors. And like our 2 presenting sponsors, your commitment to celebrating leadership and positive impacts across Salem is truly inspiring, so thank you.
For our next sponsors, please stand when your business is called. John and Betty Patacoli, our wine sponsor from Red Hawk Winery and Vineyard. Making our decor so engaging tonight, our floral sponsor, Roth's Fresh Markets. The team behind the Banquet's branding, our graphic design sponsor, Ryan Tribbett and the PacWest Lobby Group. Our print and mailing sponsor, Select Impressions. Thank you to Renee Campbell and her team. The visual signage this evening was created by our talented partners at Fast Signs, Mark, Brad, and Gene. We really appreciate you guys.
The skilled handiwork of our photography sponsor, who's sitting right up front here. Let's give it up for Zach Stone. A popular pre-banquet location was our photo booth sponsor right out there. That was great. Presented by Tim Fitzpatrick and the team at Fitzpatrick Painting and Construction. Our entertainment sponsor, and they have not asked Rich to sit in yet to play, but that was Manny Martinez Jazz Quartet. Thank you, guys.
Without these supporting companies, events like the First Citizen Banquet would look very pedestrian. And I think it goes without saying, but is there a more talented and creative team than that of Allied Video Productions? Woo! Thank you to Scott Hosner, Dan Walker, and Brad Steiner, and the entire Allied Video team.
I'm so impressed with the number of companies who have come together this evening in celebration and partnership. It's truly inspiring, and I request that each of our silver sponsors please stand as your name is read. Audience, would you please hold your applause until we reach the end? I repeat, please hold your applause until we reach the end. Thank you. Hey! Always one guy, isn't there? It's probably Jim Sparkman. Thank you to the list of all these people: Ameritidal, Capital Auto Group, Collier Law, Doty Pruitt Wilson, Fidelity National Title, Fisher, Hayes, Joy, and Allen, LLC, Green Acres Landscape, Home Smart Realty,
Huggins Insurance in partnership with Bliss Sequoia, Landmark Professional Mortgage Company, Northwest Natural, Rich Duncan Construction, Summit Wealth Management, Sunco Homes and Remodeling, Vips Industries, Willamette Valley Bank, and the Withnell Battle Creek Company. Please join me in thanking our silver sponsor.
And thank you once again to all of our sponsor companies for their help in making this wonderful evening. Please join me in giving everybody a round of applause. And now on to the fun stuff.
Leaders arrive in many forms. Some prefer to be behind the scenes, while others are willing to give of themselves in public office. Join me in recognizing the following elected officials and public service leaders in attendance tonight. These individuals represent our interests at the highest levels of local, county, and state government. We salute them for providing us with their best service possible. Once all are announced, join me in thanking them for their civic service. Elected officials and dignitaries, please stand and stay standing until we can collectively thank you at the end of the announced attendees. Salem Mayor Chris Hoy. Salem City Councilors Linda Nishioka and Julie Hoy. Kaiser City Councilor Sarita Cross. Aurora City Councilor Wendy Valise. Turner Mayor Steve Horning. Marion County Commissioners Kevin Cameron and Danielle Bethel. Marion County Sheriff Nick Hunter. Marion County Justice of the Peace Justin Hill. Salem Kaiser Superintendent Andrea Castaneda. Corbin University President John Mark Yates. And the Chemeketa Community College President Jessica Howard. And last but not least, Chemeketa Community College Board of Education members Diane Watson, Neva Hutchinson, and Jackie Frankie. Now, Tom mentioned that he gets a little nervous that he may have forgotten someone in that whole mix. So if he did, we apologize and ask for forgiveness. Please join me one more time in thanking all of our community members.
Leaders don't surface overnight. If you look around this room, there are leaders from all areas and industries in our community. You represent generations of amazing work in the greater Salem area and across Oregon. It's critical that we continue to cultivate the young and emerging leaders in our community, which is why the Outstanding Young Professional Award is so important in this night's event. The business community plays a unique role in supporting the development and emerging professionals here in Salem. We have several past outstanding young professionals, some who aren't young anymore, here in attendance tonight. Yeah, Tom, you're not young anymore. Jim Vu, you're not young anymore. Sorry about that. But please join me once I read all the names in recognizing these individuals. Colin Box, Joshua Kay, Rich Schultz, Alvin Clausen, Alex Casebeer, Tom Hoffert, and Ryan Collier. I'd ask each of you to stand, please, and be recognized.
Thank you to all our past recipients for being here. We really appreciate the support and the amazing things that you all have done throughout this community. Casebeer, what are you doing? Casebeer, what are you doing?
I got stuff to do.
No, we got a job. Come on. We got a job. Now. Come on.
All right.
What are you doing, man?
Listen, we needed a visual representation of multitasking, okay? This next person that we're honoring, he has like 17 kids, 14 jobs, okay? The guy does, I don't even know how he showed up here tonight, to be honest with you.
It's a fact.
So, you know, we got the pizza, we got the kids, I got a hammer, I don't even know what I'm doing, but this next guy is unbelievable. Talk to us, Brett.
He does. All right. Known to many for his financial acumen and restaurant ventures, including Basil and Board, Conrad Venti is widely respected for making downtown Salem a more unique and engaging place. Perhaps his greatest trait, however, is that of a community builder. The young professionals in our Salem workforce have a number of great peers to aspire to emulate, but Conrad provides a remarkably high bar modeling professionalism, work ethic, and servant leadership. Along with providing fellow businesses and organizations with opportunities as a real estate broker at First Commercial Real Estate, Conrad has donated much of his time and attention to serving on nonprofit boards, including Family Building Blocks and Isaac's Room. He was also recognized by many for helping small businesses apply for COVID relief funds throughout the pandemic. In addition, seeing a need for financial literacy among our youth, Conrad has also taught courses on personal finance and leadership at the Chemeketa Center for Business and Industry. Approachable and empathetic, Conrad is a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs and a noted cheerleader to his peers. A father of 5 children, not 17. All right. Conrad has demonstrated a mastery of balancing the importance of family, business, and community work, along with a willingness and devotion to tackle any need or issue our Salem community is facing. Let's hear a few quotes from Conrad's nomination submissions now. One individual wrote, "For me personally, the most impressive part of Conrad is not just that he is well-connected and has a variety of ways of bettering the city of Salem, but that he does all of this while still being an active and involved father in the lives of his 5 children." Another wrote, "Conrad involves his children in his work as much as possible and never misses an opportunity to support them in their athletic and educational pursuits." Finally, Conrad has a long track record of selflessly supporting businesses and helping at-risk members of the community. Easily the most helpful and patient person on the face of this earth, Conrad never tires of giving 100% of his time and talent to the betterment of those around him. Conrad is a multi-talented and gifted young professional who has thrived in every role he has served in. Everything he touches gets better and goes well for all parties involved. He loves Salem and serves the city for the good of all of its residents. Now let's see what happened when we surprised 2024 Outstanding Young Professional recipient Conrad Venti at Isaac's downtown with a group of his closest family and friends.
Yeah.
Camera's rolling.
That was it.
Camera A is rolling.
Crack.
Everybody's set.
B is rolling.
Go ahead, Tom.
You were acting real fishy here.
I'm not fishy.
What's up, y'all?
Conrad, we have the opportunity as an organization each year to hear from residents and business owners across our community of people who are doing prolific things to make Salem a better place. Your strategic work with the downtown community, with the lending community, and most importantly, with the people that you mentor, have had an important result. Conrad, this entire Salem business community and the entire residents of Salem are going to celebrate you as our 2024 Outstanding Young Professional. So happy for you, man.
Conrad, it is my pleasure to get to know you in such a wonderful way through board work. People like you of integrity and vision are the ones who are going to continue to make Salem be the healthy, wonderful place that we want it to be. Thank you.
Not only are you an amazing young professional, but an amazing volunteer, philanthropist for this whole city. But beyond that, an amazing husband, father, and you're an inspiration to not only me, but so many. So, congrats, you deserve it, my man.
Conrad, in the 25 years that we've been friends, you've been the same the whole time, and that is someone that just is there to help. You always show up. You care so deeply about the success and well-being of your friends and family, and even of strangers. You just are always there showing up to give them anything that they need, and that is such an inspiration to me and something that we need more of in the city, and so thank you for being you.
Conrad, I've had the privilege of working with you on so many projects. Something that I have truly admired about you is, there's a saying that identifying a problem without a solution is just whining. You're not a whiner. You identify a problem, you get it done, and most importantly about it for you as a person is that working with you on a project, I look forward to working with you again, time and time again. So congratulations, well deserved.
When we walk through downtown, we can't get a half a block without you needing to say hi to somebody or give somebody a hug or ask somebody how they're doing. And you're an inspiration to everyone in our office, to everyone at Basil and Board, to your family, to your church, and to the business community as well. And we are only better because of the example and the standard that you set in your own life.
I'm very humbled, very grateful, and very grateful for having the opportunity to serve Salem. Thank you all. You're all too kind.
You're going to get your song ready too.
I'm not singing.
We're not singing.
I am not
No,
singing.
Conrad, you're my friend, you're my brother. I'm so proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to introduce Conrad Venti as a 2024 Outstanding Young Professional.
Well, good evening, everybody. This was, it's actually a lot brighter up here than I expected. I am so honored and grateful to be here today. Thank you to the wonderful team and the board at the Salem Chamber for the work you do in our community and for continuing the legacy of this event each and every year to celebrate individuals serving here in Salem. As you could tell from the video, I was absolutely shocked when Jennifer lied to me and told me that we were going to be meeting a client across the street, but we needed coffee, which I will never turn down, and could hardly smile because it was pretty uncomfortable to be surprised in that way. The truth is that they barely made the cutoff for me to be considered young because I'm 2 months away from my 40th birthday, so. Honestly, though, I represent so many other men and women in this community who are just as deserving. People who love Salem, the people around them, and act as servant leaders in our truly great city. Congratulations to my fellow honorees this evening, Barry, Kathy, and Sam. I am incredibly grateful to serve alongside you here in Salem. And the truth is, I'm only able to stand here today because of my best friend and my amazing wife of nearly 20 years. Carrie, you truly embody what it means to be a servant leader and always support me and endure my crazy ideas like running with a hammer and a pizza box at the same time. You encourage me to be the best version of myself through your consistent love, support, and relentless focus to glorify God through our family and the work we do together in this community. A community that raised us, that now we are blessed to raise our kids in. Thanks again for being my partner in it all. I love you, babe. Mila, Nolan, Clara, thank you for being here tonight to share this special evening. The three of you, along with your sisters, Polly and Lark, who are probably going to bed here in a few minutes, are the pride and joy of my life. I thank God daily for the opportunity to be your dad. I'm so grateful for our journey together, and I appreciate that you're patient with me every day as I learn from you how to be the best dad and friend to you all. Mom, you have been a rock and one of my best friends. Thank you for your daily phone calls and for exemplifying boundless love for others. Your example of work ethic and optimistic outlook you provided as a single mother for me in my childhood, despite, unbeknownst to me, some very dark and lonely days, has without a doubt shaped me into a resilient person. To Bill and my beautiful sisters, Elizabeth and Serena, thank you for being here tonight. Jay and Audrey, I couldn't have asked for better in-laws. You two have supported our relationship and family in so many ways over the last 24 years, including being our neighbors, and Audrey for being our supplemental homeschool teacher. Charles and Ian, thank you for being two of my best friends. The two of you listen really well, especially to a guy who verbally processes everything, but also for providing accountability and encouragement in life when needed. And thank you to my other close friends, colleagues, Basil and Board business partners, and mentors who have supported me in life. I am incredibly fortunate to have so many caring and wise people around me. I know that what I accomplish is often thanks to the support of people like you. To my first commercial real estate fam, you have brought so much joy into my life as we truly work together as a team to serve our clients and our community. I want to share a couple of quick concepts that have served me well in my young 39 and 10 months. If you're a parent, spend time with your kids. Teach them what you know to be good and true. Listen to them when they talk. Help them discover who they were made to be, what gets them excited, and chase that. Make the most of their childhood, but save time for togetherness. Do everything you can to create a healthy environment for your kids to grow up in. Show them that they matter and help them know that you love them. Don't take on more than you can do well. Keep your promises and carry out your day and tasks with integrity. People don't need something flashy. They need someone who will show up for them and truly do their best. Serve those around you, not just people with position, but those with needs, the people who are stuck, struggling, or at a transition point. Share your resources and help them make connections in the community with people in our community who can partner with them. Our city does this really well. Nonprofits and people who desire to give back are a way of life, as you heard many, many times tonight. Another concept that I feel can be impactful is to look at our fears and identity. What's generating fear in our lives? The answer for each of us is different. However, the truth for many of us is that fear is formed in an attempt to protect us from things that we feel will hurt us. For the most part, fear is taught or learned through experience, and fear inevitably points to a wrong view of yourself or the world. It can drive a lot of actions and mindsets and greatly affect our relationships with the people around us. As human, we tend to develop one of two worldviews, a separation worldview or a connection worldview. A separation worldview is looking through the lens of scarcity. Everything is limited. Failure haunts us, and it would often force us to be self-focused. A connection worldview, however, ties us together. If I go up and you go up, why would we fight? In this concept, failure can be viewed as learning. In the connection worldview, we are others-focused, and fear doesn't drive us. We know who we are and who we were created to be, not fearing man. Every human being wants to belong. When we don't have that belonging, we'll look for connection somewhere, trying to understand our identity. If it's not understood and discovered in a healthy environment, then the people tend to go look for it elsewhere. And they'll often find it in a negative way, and the people around us suffer. People are often looking for validation, belonging, and love. All of us play a part in this. I would encourage you that if you feel that things are out of alignment in your life, your family, or your job, that you work through your fears and struggles, humble yourself, put in the work, and work to mend relationships as you are able. Everyone benefits when we know who we were made to be, are operating from a place of peace, and are healthy. I'll leave you tonight with a poem written by my great-grandfather, Papa Basil Venti, The Way of a Happy Life. Journeying on through the years, speak kindness and cause no grief. Do good along the way, even a little, but every day. Never idle the precious time, never quarrel, yell, or whine. As long as the earth is under the sky, always some arguments will eventually arise. Always do whatever is right, help the weak, and conquer the pride. Above all, strive to do your best, and leave it to God to do the rest. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Conrad. The Distinguished Service Award is given to individuals who have uniquely contributed to the Salem community and who have dedicated their lives to service. These awardees are passionate for others and are in the business of changing people's lives. These men and women do remarkable things to make our community a better place and are examples of what happens when ordinary people act. Salem is better because of the impact these award winners have had on our community. Past Distinguished Service Award recipients in attendance this evening include Myron Jones, Mary Jean Sandel, Scott Hosner, Mary Louise Vanetta, Donna Teresa Lule, Rich Kansky, Mark and Tiffany Bolgen, Jeanette Moore, Dan Dorn, Hazel Patton, Sharon Seidemann, Kurt Arthur, Chuck Swank, Gail Calderazzo, Sam Skillern, Jerry Moore, and Jim Vu. I ask that each of you please stand and be recognized.
Face mask. What are you doing?
Well, I've always wanted to be an ump, so figure since we're going to honor Barry tonight,
Well,
might as well start tonight. What do you
All
think?
right, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah? What do you think, Barry?
I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah?
Good, Barry. How do we look?
Yeah, what do you think, Barry?
Is it good? Can we be umps, Barry? No?
No, no.
Nah,
luck.
we
No luck.
stink.
Yep.
Yeah.
No luck.
Well, Barry, who is a longtime Salem Rotarian, who leads the charge in the image of the Rotary Club's motto, service above self. Barry Nelson represents servant leadership in its purest and most honest form. A seventh-generation Oregonian, Salem native and graduate of South Salem High School, go Saxons, and Willamette University, go Bearcats. Barry has deep roots in our community and an even deeper passion to see it grow and flourish. Serving his clients with integrity, compassion, and care, Barry is a respected and admired business owner and wealth advisor with Salem's Capital Financial Planners. However, his dedication to service outside the office is even more remarkable. As a past president and current foundation board member with the Rotary Club of Salem, Barry has committed countless hours to better our community, including taking on an operational responsibility with Ken Van Osdal of the Jerry Frank Salem Rotary Amphitheater Project at Salem's Riverfront Park. This new Salem Landmarks construction took years of planning in collaboration with the City of Salem, architects, contractors, fundraisers, and even a project task force. Barry and Ken's volunteer efforts in bringing this massive and impressive project together earned them recognition with the city's Vern Miller Key Resident Award in 2022. Barry's achievements as a volunteer also extend beyond our community. A youth baseball umpire for many years here in the Salem area, Barry was selected to serve in the 2023 Little League World Series in Taylor, Michigan, representing officials in the sport as one of only two from Oregon. And if you needed another talent, Barry is also a very accomplished singer and proud member of the choir at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. I'd like to see a Jessica and Barry duet at some point. Just saying. A couple more glasses of wine, we might get one. One nominator said of Barry, he is humble, selfless, and a true visionary. His service to the Rotary Club of Salem and vision of an amphitheater downtown Salem led him to catalyze a community project into reality. Last year, Barry had the pleasure of presenting these awards as our MC, and now we get to return the favor. Let's see what happened when we surprised 2024 Distinguished Service Award recipient Barry Nelson at his Rotary Foundation Board of Directors meeting.
With a Sharpie.
No one's going to see it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter. No one will see this.
Rolling, yes. And go ahead, Tom.
All right, team, here we go.
Hi, Tom. Hi.
Hi, Barry.
Barry, our organization at the Salem Chamber is tasked with reviewing important and prolific individuals who have made incredible things happen in the Salem community. And each year, we have one night where we get to celebrate incredible people who believe in bigger things in Salem. Barry, on the night of Saturday, April 13th, we know you have plans that evening as this community gets to celebrate you as a 2024 Distinguished Service Award winner.
Barry has always put out an extra effort at everything that he does, and he always does it well. And your mother and I are really proud of you and happy about this recognition, although recognition is not your goal. Congratulations.
It has been an honor and a pleasure working with you for the last 15, 16 years, seeing what you've done in the community, leading by example. You truly do have a servant leadership heart, and I can't wait to see what else you have on the docket to accomplish and work with you to do all that.
You were so courageous to set such an audacious goal as to raise $4 million in 3 years during COVID for the amphitheater. So I just think you've done a wonderful job and will continue to represent us well in our community.
Barry, it's true. I mean, you do set incredibly high standards and strive to meet them. And I'm grateful to be a member of the Rotary Club with you. I'm grateful to be one of your friends, and I look forward to many future endeavors together.
Yeah, thank you.
He wants to get to the baseball game.
You're pointing at me? Yeah. Gosh, what do you say? In the presence of so many leaders and folks who have gone before and led the way, and mom and dad who always had servants' hearts as I was growing up to set the example. I couldn't do half of, see if I can keep it together, of what I do without my wife and boys. And their support. So, thank you, and let's finish the meeting so I can get to a baseball game.
Interestingly, Barry was invited back to be our MC for a second year. So, on Monday, he gets selected, and we're like, who's gonna let Barry know he got fired?
Well, Barry, sorry we stole your thunder here tonight, but ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce Barry Nelson as a 2024 Distinguished Service Award recipient.
Well, that music is what happens when you accept a dare from your youngest son. Thank you. This is tremendously humbling for one who prefers to quietly go about doing what he can. But those words that I shared upon being surprised are so true. I have a tremendously supportive family for whom I'm eternally grateful. And you talk about service. My wife, Heather, serves and makes a difference in the lives of children every day as a middle school counselor, something I could never do, and she's amazing. Also amazing are my colleagues here tonight, Chad Campbell and Danae Johnson. Our staff, Tanya and Carissa, thank you for putting up with my frequent absences as I go about trying to do a thing or two. As a third-generation Willamette University graduate, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a nod to Willamette's motto, "Not unto ourselves alone are we born." My parents, absolutely. My parents met at Willamette, as did my mom's parents. They too met at Willamette. And as I was growing up, my parents demonstrated service, a life of service through mom's participation in so many school activities and booster clubs and things of that nature. My dad's service in Kiwanis and two-time president of Salem's United Way Board of Directors, among many other nonprofit organizations and charitable activities. And it's certainly fitting to reiterate Rotary's motto of service above self. I was fortunate to have joined such a dedicated group of Rotarians who truly care for their community when I joined the Rotary Club of Salem in 2009. And I humbly joined the countless members and past members of that club who have led the way in selfless engagement and who have themselves been recognized as both First Citizens and Distinguished Service Award recipients. And because somebody needs to say it, a shout out to St. Paul's Episcopal Church for having 75% of tonight's awardees and 50% of tonight's emcees. It's nice to be among friends. I was raised and have always believed that one should endeavor to leave this world better than they found it. I've also generally found that most projects, be they business or home improvement or community engagement activities, they're achievable. But the hardest part is starting. I'll paraphrase novelist George Eliot, who said about the best day to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best day being today, by suggesting you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order to achieve something great. It's never too late to be what you might have been, or to do what you thought you might want to do. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of this community for supporting those bold enough to start and have the audacity to think that they might be able to change the world and make it a better place. From Church at the Park to Center for Hope and Safety, holy cow, what they are doing. Liberty House, Family Building Blocks, the new YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, Marion Polk Food Share, and countless other organizations. I thank all of you for supporting the good work being done in this community, and I humbly thank you for this recognition. Dare to dream big, take action, and start. Thank you.
I know Rich looks ridiculous, but do I look ridiculous?
No, you look great, man. This is a good look for you.
Oh, thanks. Why are we wearing these?
Well, I think we kind of struggled to find very much to poke fun at Kathy for, so this is about the best we could get.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple patron saints in Salem, and Kathy's one of them, so I thought that I'd go after Steve. But damn it, he's a really nice guy too, so I got nothing for these guys, so on we go. So Kathy Gordon, longtime local CPA, tireless nonprofit leader, and McLaren Leadership Foundation current board president, Kathy Gordon is amongst the humblest leaders in our city. She has stepped up time and time again to contribute her many talents towards bettering this community. Known as one of the region's top tax and accounting professionals, Kathy Gordon spent over 30 years as a partner with Aldrich CPAs and Advisors, helping establish the firm as one of the finest in the Northwest, while helping countless local businesses and individuals with their tax strategies and planning. Kathy currently serves as a CPA with R.P. Smith CPA PC. Always answering the call to strengthen her community, Kathy has utilized her professional prowess, her expertise, and leadership skills in serving a multitude of nonprofit organizations over her extraordinary career and life in Salem. Some of her volunteer work includes serving on the board of Foundation for Salem Health, as a past president of the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce, and the current president of McLaren Leadership Foundation, where she has been instrumental in creating a vision to develop and empower our community's current and future leaders. Additionally, Kathy serves as a volunteer treasurer for St. Paul's Episcopal Church and is the board vice chair for the children's advocacy nonprofit Liberty House. She does a lot, if you can't tell. From her nomination submission, it reads, Kathy Gordon has exemplified generous and courageous leadership. She is equally as generous as her time as she is with her talents. If Kathy is involved, you can count on that organization being a strong one. Selflessly serving her community with grace, professionalism, humility, and compassion, Kathy is an admired servant leader. Just as last year's First Citizen, Shane Griggs, states so clearly, it is evident to all who know her that she should be honored. Kathy inspires all of us. That's a fact. Now let's see what happened when we surprised our second 2024 Distinguished Citizen Award, Kathy Gordon, while she thought she and her husband Steve were enjoying a relaxing Friday evening, glass of wine with the Dorns at Bentley's.
B is rolling. And Tom, anytime.
You know who I really want to carry? I have my dog in the car, and Kathy loves my dog, but I don't want to violate Mike's restaurant code.
Yeah.
Mike, do you think?
Don't leave the dog out of the restaurant.
All right, here we go.
How are you?
Cheers. Hi. Cheers. Hi, Jane.
Hello, everybody. Why don't you turn around, Kath?
You should turn around.
Hey! Kathy Gordon.
No!
Kathy Gordon.
No! Get your handkerchief out.
She's been through a few of these as president.
You guys! Oh,
Kathy
no!
Gordon.
Don't make me cry.
On the evening.
No, I got a real one.
Kathy Gordon.
You guys!
On the evening of April 13th, the entire Salem community is going to get to celebrate one of their most treasured members.
Oh, you guys are so bad.
Kathy Gordon.
You're so liked.
You are our 2024 Distinguished Service Award winner.
There isn't anyone I know that is more worthy of these awards than you, and you are have your hands into everything. We couldn't have a new McLaren Foundation without you. You were such a important part of all of that and making it happen. And the list is very long. And when I talk to other people, the list keeps getting longer. So congratulations, my friend. I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
Hi, how are you, Grandma? I love you too. Orion loves you too, and we're very proud of you. And he has a beautiful role model to look up to. So we're proud of you. Yeah.
You've been the best mom, the best person for me to look up to for my career, just as a human, to always put other people before yourself. And I just love you.
First of all, I would say Salem is so lucky to have leaders like you. And I count myself personally lucky to embark on my second career of service, having a president like you to show me how it's done. And I'm so happy that you're getting this award. Thank you.
You are genuinely the best example of a servant leader. We have leaders in our communities, and then we have selfless leaders, and you're one of them. And you're quiet, and you were a wonderful help for me. And I'm so glad I got to surprise you because you surprised me.
You totally got me.
Your inspiration to all of us in this community has been so enriching and causes a lot of us to want to do more. So thank you and congratulations.
I'm so honored to work with you on the McLaren Foundation and on the Chamber Board. You're just an inspiration to me and those who are going to come behind me. Thank you for everything that you do and just how you lead, just by example.
This is so nice. Thank you so much. I'm I'm seriously blown away. But you can't stop. Our community still needs us. We just love this place. It's so amazing.
You're the best. You're the best, Lace.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce Kathy Gordon as a 2024 Distinguished Service Award recipient.
I want the damn teleprompter too. What the heck? Did I not know this? Wow, are you happy? Wasn't that an awesome song? Pharrell just does it so well. I just love that song. Well, several of you know that I'm a big fan of thank you notes. And this is my thank you note to the Salem Chamber and to the City of Salem for this wonderful honor tonight. Thank you so much. I want to take you on a little bit of my journey and share a few of the touching times that I've given to our community. As humans, we set examples for those around us. Our parents are great role models. I feel like I'm repeating Barry's speech. This is so weird. Anyway, our parents are great role models. We learn to cook, wash dishes, mow the lawn, go to work, celebrate our friends, hang out with our families, and give time to our community. Yes, give time to our community. John and Martha Anson, my parents, were really great examples for my siblings and myself. Campfire girls, scouts, PTA, serving in our local church. And all this happened when we were growing up. But they continued even after we were adults. Giving time to our community was part of us. And it's a part of every one of you out there. Tonight, we all have great examples in our lives. For each of us, we have talents, knowledge, we have time. All the gifts that you can give to help somebody who needs an opportunity, to help somebody that needs some mentoring, or just to spark an interest in them. I want to share a few of the unique times that you didn't hear about, some fun, some sobering, but all extremely rewarding, when I've had the opportunity for me to share my time and my knowledge. Perhaps you've done this too, but as parents and grandparents, we always pitch in. We help out in that concession stand, or we keep the stat books for the Little League games. Yeah, I hear, you've done it. Or we volunteer to cruise up and down the side of the pool and observe a swimmer as they do their strokes and their turns. And the point isn't to disqualify the swimmer, but to mentor them and have a teaching moment right after that swim so that they will practice that skill and their next swim will be amazing. I've had several opportunities to teach kindergarten through 12th grade students about various aspects of personal finances through an organization called Financial Beginnings. So many of you volunteer in classrooms, and I know that each teacher and student really appreciates that. At McKinley Elementary School, there was a third grader who engaged her family about one of our lessons on currency, specifically her grandpa. They talked about why we have currency, and he showed her his foreign currency from the country where he'd grown up. And she shared that with our class the very next day. So important, that engagement. Or the Cascade High School student who really understood the lesson and took it to heart. He worked at a part-time job, and he set a budget up so that he could save for a car and also put funds in a Roth IRA for his future. That's amazing. That's amazing. And with my children and their peers, there have been some really great times. All of us learning and sharing those basic survival skills. With the Girl Scouts, we camped and cooked all of our meals on a campfire. That was not easy. How do you make a fire that will last long enough to both cook dinner and cook that pineapple upside down cake in a Dutch oven? Okay, maybe it didn't kind of come out the way, cooked all the way through, but it tasted good and they all loved it. I've also been fortunate to have had a lot of adventure with the Boy Scouts. Who knew that you could put 27 Christmas trees in a small car trailer for recycling? Or that it takes crampons and a safety rope to climb Middle Sister. Oh, I was lucky those Boy Scouts and their dads were all very patient with this Boy Scout mom. Several of you know a bit of my education and passion. My love for rocks and minerals and geology, yes, and for finance as a CPA. It was very special for me to share that knowledge as a merit badge counselor with the Boy Scouts, as they too could understand how important personal financial management or the wonders and beauties of the formation of our earth. How incredible that was. And soon, April 27th, over 2,000 children will come together for the Awesome 3000. A special group, yay, yes. A special group of us will put matching bracelets on the runners' wrists and on their guardians to ensure that they have fun and are safe as they run through Bush Park. Even through our employers, we're blessed. I was so happy to help establish a program at Aldrich CPAs and Advisors, giving each employee 16 hours during their work time to go out into the community and give back. And each office participated in an annual action day, helping various nonprofits in our communities with all sorts of projects like laying bark dust and painting and sorting food and much more. And finally, what an honor it's been to be the president of our Chamber of Commerce. And yet, what a challenge, because it was COVID, the year I was president. The key word was virtual, with no in-person meetings and no events. And yet, there was a silver lining. We became a community hub for our businesses. And yet, as we did that, we rallied around our community to encourage them to use the takeout services at our restaurants, because the restaurants were closed. But they still wanted to provide to our community. Through Salem Eats and social media, it was an awesome program. And we provided personal protection equipment to keep them safe. And for the victims of the Santiam Canyon fires that year, we were a part of a community effort to provide everyday essentials, just being present to support our community, even in the worst of times. As I've said, each of you has a talent, some unique knowledge, or just a bit of time. Consider giving just a little of that to ease someone's struggles, build our future leaders, or help this community thrive. There are so many opportunities for us out there, for every one of us. We can all be notable examples. It is the collective effort of everyone in this room tonight. Whether you cook a meal for someone in need, you are a board member, you head up a nonprofit organization, or you take a risk to be a business owner. We all contribute our time, talents, and treasure to make Salem this amazing community each and every day. So in closing my thank you note, I sincerely thank my family and friends who generously gave me the freedom to have the time to do those special things. Thank you, Steve, Krista, Johnny, Liz, Jeffrey, Anthony, and Lisa, who's 6 today. Again, I thank you, my colleagues in my community, for this recognition and honor. I am grateful, appreciative, and humbled to be among these honorees tonight. Thank you all so very much.
Well, rumor has it that Kathy was waiting to have a glass of wine because she was a little nervous, so somebody get that lady a glass of wine. Congratulations to our outstanding young professional, Conrad, our Distinguished Service Award winners, Kathy and Barry. And the culmination of tonight, of course, is the First Citizen Award. The First Citizen Award was created in 1950 to honor those who serve and lead in Salem. Being recognized as a First Citizen is an incredible display of appreciation for individuals who have committed their lives to service without any expectation of recognition. And that's pretty evident tonight. The First Citizen is considered Salem's most prestigious award, and the individuals who have received it form sort of an honor roll of Salem's most prominent historical leaders. With us this evening are some of those incredible individuals who have been recognized as Salem First Citizens in the past, and we would love to have each of you stand, remain standing, and be recognized as we call your name. Once we complete this list, please join me in a loud ovation, loud enough to be heard by those who weren't able to join us tonight. Here we go.
2023, Shane Griggs. 2015, Byron Hendricks. 2014, Hazel Patton. 2011, Janet Taylor. 2008, Kathy and Dar Goss. 2006, Jim Griggs. 2005, Gladys Blum. 2002, Gene Derfler. 1998, Dick Withnell. 1988, Keita Lauderdale. And 1983, Richard Seidemann. Thank you all for your continuing support in this community.
Yeah, let's do it right now. What? This was just a planned outfit tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
You brought one too?
Yeah, you look pretty good.
Oh, thanks. You know, I was thinking about this as we were getting ready. Sweater, vest, man. SVM, but if you turn the V upside down.
Sam.
Kind of works, right? I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. The 2024 First Citizen is known across Salem for a sharp vest, a powerful smile, and an engaging attitude. Let's hear a bit more from a collection of community members, each who share a few thoughts about Sam Skillern's incredible impact in Salem.
Salem's First Citizen epitomizes what we'd be proud about within our city. There's somebody who have said, my body of work, when I reflect back, I want it to be very positive on my community. So I think our First Citizen has to be somebody that we all look at and aspire to be more like.
When I think of Sam, I think of the word catalyst, and I also think of the word servant leader.
Sam is a great choice for Salem's First Citizen because he is Salem.
When you're around him, you feel heard, you feel connected, but you feel cared for.
He allows other people to shine within the city, to be who they are, and he helps us to embrace what Salem's really about.
He's touched probably more nonprofit efforts than anybody in Salem.
He's just a grassroots, faith-based kind of guy.
He loves the neighbor, he loves thy neighbor and his neighborhood. My name is Robert Garcia. I am from the Edgewater neighborhood located in West Salem, also known as The Edge.
I live in the Highland neighborhood.
I live in the West Salem neighborhood.
I live in the McNary neighborhood.
I live in the Nen neighborhood.
I live in Illahee.
I live in the Houck Middle School neighborhood.
I live in the South Salem neighborhood.
Swan neighborhood.
And my neighborhood is the right neighborhood. I don't mean it's the right, correct neighborhood. I mean it's WRIGHT neighborhood, Wright Elementary School. When Sam and Jennifer came back to Salem to really help lead Salem Leadership Foundation and help this community.
Now, many people are discouraged by our history and by these current needs.
Our churches, all 167 churches that are in this community, were not working together.
And Sam, at the tables that he sits at and the space that he's in, finds ways to bring people together.
Bringing people of goodwill and people of faith together just to tackle the common challenges that we have in this community. Like, we all have hope to make Salem better, and Sam's really been the catalyst between all those different organizations, all those different leaders and people to say, what can we do to work together?
He really believes that Salem is the city of shalom, that it is the best place to live.
I like it that he says, you know, the city of shalom, the city of peace.
And that's an aspiration. We want Salem to be a place of peace for all people.
Sam represents and embodies the city of shalom, which is Salem. He walks it, talks it, breathes it, and you can hear it coming.
It's our nonprofits and our ministries and our agencies.
Sam serves and loves people whether he's on the clock or off the clock.
He goes the extra mile.
I know there's not a time in the day or the night or the week or the month that I couldn't call Sam and have Sam respond to me.
I think he clocked in 27 years ago, and he's soon about to clock out, and we're really happy for him about that.
We all know that Sam is retiring this year,
but I have a suspicion that he's not really ever going to retire.
Sam will always be an influence in Salem. He's one of a kind.
Sam's vests are definitely a hallmark of Sam.
I don't think I've ever seen the guy without a vest.
I think he must wear them when he goes to bed. I don't know.
He fits in a business sense. He can walk into a bank and wear his vest, and he fits in. He can be at a school board meeting. He could be at after-school event.
And that vest kind of helps him transition between different kinds of people, and he's able to walk in all those places, and he makes himself approachable.
So he called himself Vest Man.
It's almost like his superpower. That's his cape.
Sam is a bridge builder. He bridges people and he bridges needs.
He's just full of energy and he's full of enthusiasm, and it's all genuine.
Salem's turning out tonight to say, Sam, we love you. We've appreciated the many, many, many projects that you have been behind through your work with the Salem Leadership Foundation.
I mean, his body of work it'll last here in this community forever. He's the best. Like, I've come to him for a lot, and he's always there, and I know he's always there for everybody. So, I love the guy.
Sammy, congratulations to you, my friend. We all are blessed to have had you in our lives.
You and Jennifer have truly come to Salem, made this the city of Shalom, and we are all better for it.
Well, you know, amigo, there's no doubt in my mind that you deserve this.
And I am very happy that you've been chosen our first citizen. It's most appropriate.
Tonight, we get to celebrate you. Congratulations, Sam Skillern.
Sam, we love you, and we are so happy for you. You deserve everything that's coming to you.
And I know your mother and dad are looking down right now, smiling.
Lo mereces. Has hecho un trabajo inmenso y una contribución tremenda.
Congratulations on this great award and recognition, and I know this will only be the start of greater contributions in the future.
Sam, I want to congratulate you not for the accomplishments, but for the person that you are, for the passion and the heart that you have for this community, and the love that you've shown me and everybody else who exists in Salem. Thank you, my friend.
Sam, this is eerily similar to one of those ones that was in that video. I swear I did not break into your house and steal it out of your closet. Known as one of our city's foremost advocates, community builders, and ambassadors, Sam Skillern has spent most of his life and career creating positive impacts in our community. As the executive director of Salem Leadership Foundation since the organization's beginnings in 1996, Sam has worked diligently, thoughtfully, and gracefully to build collaborative bridges between Salem's faith, education, business, and government organizations in working towards common goals. Through the powers of faith, connection, and positive communication, Sam has consistently rallied the community around efforts to reduce crime and poverty while increasing the holistic well-being of children and families. During Sam's tenure at SLF, the organization has helped launch and facilitate dozens of faith and school-based partnerships, after-school programs, youth sports programs, and homelessness initiatives, all while inspiring and helping establish other nonprofits in the area, including Church at the Park and Family Promise of the Mid-Willamette Valley. A few statements from Sam's nomination submissions include, Sam has been a pillar of our community for several decades as executive director of the Salem Leadership Foundation. He has built bridges between so many people and groups to help Salem thrive, working to transform the community neighborhood by neighborhood. Another noted, somewhere along the line, Sam taught me that the origin of Salem's name was shalom, the Hebrew word for peace. He, more than any person I know, believes at his core that Salem can and should be just that, the city of peace. Ever since returning to Salem to lead SLF, Sam has done the work, beaten the pavement, and walked the talk to ensure that Salem can overcome its challenges and truly become the city of peace. Finally, Sam came to Salem at a time when church and state did not collaborate. There was a very apparent gang problem that even made national news, but little effective collaboration to address it. What if churches, nonprofits, businesses, and governments collaborated? That was the vision of the leaders and the new executive director of what is now the Salem Leadership Foundation. Since that time, there have been numerous effective collaborations to address needs within our own city. If you have had the opportunity to chat with Sam about almost any subject, his passion for making Salem the healthiest community in Oregon is apparent. With a servant's heart, mission-driven leadership skills, and unwavering faith always fueling him, Sam's spirit and belief in Salem's future are inspiring and motivating. Now let's see what happened when we surprised our 2024 First Citizen Award recipient, Sam Skillern, during his weekly Meeting of the Minds at Sassy Onion on State Street.
We're gonna head in and kind of surround Sam. Although I gotta say, we may have a few logistical challenges. And Tom, anytime. Okay, here we go. Good morning!
No. I mean, how? Yes! Yay! Oh, man. Oh, you guys.
Sam, you have quite a crowd here.
Oh, my goodness.
Sam, as you're aware, our community loves to celebrate excellence and individuals who have had incredible impact on our communities. Sam, on the night of April 13th, this entire Salem community gets to celebrate you as our 2024 First Citizen of Salem.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but doggone it, what a great surprise.
Sam, congratulations. I love you, man. And I knew your parents. I knew them so well, and I just know they're looking down saying, well done, son. Well done. The gift that you've given is not only your gift, but you've brought other people along. You've trained them. You've nurtured them so that they would carry on what you have done. And we are ever, ever so grateful.
My friend, my mentor, you have encouraged and inspired all of us here and so many people that are going to be watching this. I hope you can receive all of the love that comes to you because of that.
Sam, this is well deserved. If people want to know how to love their neighbor and know their neighbor, they just need to look at you every day. Thank you for modeling for us what it looks like to create a city of shalom, and we all get to benefit because of the life you live.
You just need to know the impact that you've had on so many people, and those who are standing here have gained our understanding of service and of neighborhood from you.
You have been so significant in the life of this community in building bridges between churches and businesses and leaders in this community that were not talking to each other to really come and address the challenges in Salem. And you do it in such a positive, amazing way that, I mean, you bring laughter and joy, you shine light on what's working in Salem and expand it and make it better. And now we get an opportunity to shine a light on you.
Wow.
Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being Love you, Brenda.
Sam, thank you for the hope that keeps all of us moving in that healthy, loving direction where those people of faith and people of goodwill continue to work together. Thank you, Sam. You know, I'm a man of few words, so this is this is really awkward for me.
I believe that God set up a city called Shalom, Oregon. And there's all kinds of great cities around the world, there's no question. And I believe the people in those cities, if they would just love their city the way that you all love this city, all the problems don't go away, but good stuff happens. And there's more healing and more positivity and more health when people of faith and people of goodwill come together.
You started talking about the city, you started talking about churches, you started talking about SLF, you started all these things. The same. We love you.
Amen.
And you've changed our lives, and we just want to tell the whole city our lives have been changed by Sam Skillern.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
So what, I gotta get dressed up?
Yes.
Does Duvesk count?
Well, I don't know about you, but when I think of Salem, I think of Sam. When I think of Shalom, I think of Sam. And now, when I think of First Citizen, I think of Sam. Sam, you're a friend, you're a mentor, you're my brother. I love you. Now, accompanied to the stage by his wife, Jennifer, and his kids, please stand with me and salute Salem's 2024 First Citizen, Sam Skillern.
Wow. I know what that means, actually. There's a table full of my fraternity brothers from the Fiji House at Oregon State University who can testify how I drove everyone crazy with my Beatles obsession, right? Mighty proud Fiji brothers. I need my eyeballs. Hang on. Bear with me. Uh-oh. I know I have them. Thank you. Okay. If any of you are still doubting, there is a God. And he has a sense of humor. As y'all know, I'm a man of many words. And man, was I ready to say a lot of words tonight. Give thanks to the Lord that I got this frog in my chest which means you get the Cliff Notes version. At SLF, we have many sayings, many axioms. One of the top axioms is this: show up and stick with it. Tonight proves that if you show up and stick with it, good things can happen. It's been a hard couple of weeks since that flash mob photo bomb at Sassy Onion. What a well-orchestrated caper. And, truth be told, a bit of a burden to bear. If you've been at our annual event, Fancy Friday, you know I don't mind being in the spotlight, as long as I'm telling the stories of others. Love that. But I'm not comfortable being in the limelight, where all the attention is on me. And that's how it's been since Sassy Onion. My late great dad always said, Sammy, when someone pays you a compliment, receive it well. Don't deflect. Don't go, ah, shucks. Don't make a self-effacing joke. You see it as humility, but when you deflect, it actually dishonors the compliment and the compliment maker. Son, just say thank you. To those who nominated me, Peter, Betsy, Mary Jean, to those who wrote letters, to those who showed up tonight, to those who emailed and stopped me on the street, to the Salem Chamber of Commerce, thank you. Thank you. I also want to say thanks to the legions of partners, collaborators, compatriots, and mentors that I've been privileged to engage the past 28 years. To all of you I ask, am I heavy? Seriously, do I feel heavy? Because I stand on your shoulders. Thank you. There are even more important thank yous, starting with sweet Jennifer, my equal and my partner in all things. Thank you, Jennifer, for praying with me and discerning that we should accept SLF's invitation to move back to my hometown in 1996. We left family, friends, and networks in Seattle, and I know that was a huge sacrifice. Thanks also for being on mission with me to move into the neighborhood, and not one of the nicer neighborhoods in town. In fact, at the time, one of the worst. But between Grant School, Salem Alliance Church, Grant Neighborhood Association, local businesses, and SLF, it's a pretty darn good neighborhood these days. Go Grant Grizzlies. It's here that I want to thank our sons, Samuel and Andrew. You've been a major part of the ministry with Mom and me in the neighborhood. You experienced hardship and sacrifice for a greater good, and you found strength, talent, and joy in it. I am so proud of you both. Boys, do you remember a similar evening back in 2005 right here in the brand new Salem Convention Center? What a night. So Kathy and Barry, I'm so honored to be in the Distinguished Service Award realm with both of you and so many others. And hey, young pro Conrad, here's a high five from your fellow Isaac's Room board member. I'm in good company tonight. Brother Chuck, Sister Sarah, Caroline, Bruce, Gabby, Jessica, Cousin Aiden, thanks for supporting me in all my crazy City of Shalom exploits over the years, and even partnering up in key ways, some of you from a distance. It means the world to me that we're family. I want to thank my teammates at Salem Leadership Foundation, both past and present. Thanks for trusting me, not as your supervisor or your boss, but as the enthusiastic leader of a team of colleagues. To all of our board members over the years, thanks for building my capacity to serve the team and the city. And to my successor, Kyle Dickinson, I'm so glad to be working with you during this year of succession. It will be fun at Fancy Friday on June 14th to unpack the next chapter of SLF, and everyone here is invited. Hey, I'm the First Citizen. I mean, sorry, you know me. I don't usually do brazen advertisements. That was so out of character for me, June 14th. I hope to see you. And these are the most favorite words that I utter every year at Fancy Friday. I'm going to end, that's everybody's favorite phrase. I'm going to end by thanking my mom and dad, Teddy and Sam Skillern Jr. Many of you knew them. Mom, the world-class calligrapher, you can still see some of her work in public buildings around the state. And Dad, the legendary head greeter at St. Paul's Episcopal, where he was the foreman of the Woodcutters Guild, as well as the main fundraiser and food wrangler for the Jason Lee Food Bank. Now, it's kind of cool to think how the two of them, Mom and Dad, tag-teamed to influence what would become my life's calling. Dad modeled faith in action and how to practice love thy neighbor on a daily basis. Mom taught me about civic responsibility and engaging the community. She was an advocate for the arts and historic preservation. In fact, she was on the team that saved Deepwood Mansion. Mom's faith was expressed through art in general and calligraphy in particular. Many of her finest artworks were done in tandem with Nancy Lindbergh and are displayed to this day in the sacred spaces at St. Paul's. Now, Mom, I'm sorry to pull out one of your earliest pieces. I know as a professional you want only your best and brightest art to be shown. But this poem hung in our house during my growing up years. Somehow it made its way into my heart and my soul and my consciousness. It's a variation of the wonderful passage at the end of Matthew chapter 25 in the scriptures. It speaks the heart of our Lord, captured in Gaelic prose, which Mom adored. I saw a stranger yestereen. I put food in the eating place, drink in the drinking place, music in the listening place. And in the sacred name of the triune, he blessed myself and my house, my cattle and my dear ones. And the lark said in her song, often, often, often goes the Christ in the stranger's guise. Often, often, often goes the Christ in the stranger's guise. As Jesus taught, anytime we help someone, we are helping him. It's a deep and mysterious concept, one we can embrace whether we are people of faith or people of goodwill. Family, friend, colleague, neighbor, addict, felon, mentally ill, homeless. Often, often, often goes the Christ in the stranger's guise. This room is full of people of faith and people of goodwill. Imagine what we can do together if we put down our differences and engage in relationships. If we build bridges instead of tear the other side down. If we show up and stick with it. Salem Kaiser will become the healthiest community in Oregon, truly a city of shalom. I believe, join me, and thank you so much, everybody.
Wow. What an incredible night. Would you join me in giving all of our recipients one last big round of applause? How about the work of Rich and Alex? Well done, gentlemen. If you've been around Rich and Alex, they give you a lot of hope for our next generations of leaders. And I hope that there are young people in this room tonight. And if you need people to aspire to, as I sat next to Jessica Peterson tonight, and I look at so many incredible young people, and Conrad now shortly moving into the over 40 group, which you'll quickly find in the chamber is a big deal, because now you're not allowed to go to Young Pros anymore. It's pretty powerful, the people that we can look up to, and this night exemplifies that well. Tonight's music was provided by the gentleman Manny Martinez and his cadre of very talented musicians. You may not have known, but you will now. Manny also has a rock band called Birth of Happiness. And Manny very intimately tells his story of addiction and redemption through song. You can find Manny's work, birthofhappiness.com, and stream his music on all the typical streaming, I don't know how to say this, I don't do a lot of it, platforms, thank you, Zach. Spotify, Apple iTunes, you know where to find it, but start, if you want, with birthofhappiness.com. Manny, it is an honor to have you sharing your talents and that with your band as well. As I had mentioned, the Salem Chamber believes in helping businesses prosper so our entire community may thrive. That is very aspirational work that we, as a staff team, a board team, and our volunteers take on each day. I cannot express how much Laura Dorn and the volunteer committee to make tonight happen, how much work they did. And I want to thank Laura and that team one more time. And I'd like to thank our staff professionals who do an incredible work. The Salem Chamber staff team is best in class, and they love Salem every bit as much as all of you. And I hope you have an incredible experiences when you work with our staff team. I certainly believe they're incredible. Thank you to our partners at Pioneer Trust Bank and the Mountain West Center for Community Excellence in investing in this great event. You are truly champions for great leadership in Salem. Our sponsors who are gold sponsors or silver sponsors know that you're all platinum in my book. And we know as an organization, it's hard sometimes in the role of CEO if they're gonna take your call, because what is he probably calling to ask for? And know that I very much appreciate your investment of your treasure, but know how much this entire community appreciates what you give back so generously as a business community. Well done, Salem Chamber members. Allied Video Productions makes this entire event possible, and they are the best. Allied Video. To the Salem Convention Center team, thank you so much for your meal tonight and your service. To our Salem Chamber Ambassadors, they wear blue jackets and they love to engage with you. Thank you so much for volunteering for our organization. Thank you to Becca Brisbane of Becca Makes Buttons. If you notice, we want you to take these home with you. These are beautiful. And Becca, thank you so much for your generosity in bringing that forward to us. Be it Ross Fresh Markets for our flower decorations, Zach Stone Photography for incredible edits of dropping a couple pounds on me when I'm up here in the final product. For the wonderful team of John and Betty Patacoli, who so graciously donate their wine for this event. All of you make this event incredibly special due to your generosity. Thank you. With that, let's close with this. We're going to put a big bow on the evening, and as we walk away, let's remember Salem is about the people. It's about the leaders who give way more than they were ever asked or expected to do. And make sure to challenge yourself each day to surround yourself with people who inspire you. And maybe it's time to comfortably carve out those who aren't working in the same direction you are. We are an organization that brings people together, and we need to stand proudly together for things that we believe in. The small business ecosystem and the individuals that inspire us to do better things in this city each and every day. With that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Salem Chamber Board of Directors, have an incredible evening, and thank you for joining us.